Here we go. And I remembered this time to put my focus on, kind of like a do not disturb. Hi, Darlene. Nice to see you. My name is Denise Willerton. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in East St. Paul, Manitoba, Canada. I want to welcome you here. We are going to do, did I have anything I wanted to chat about? I don't know. Let's just get right to it. We're going to do this amazing, pardon me, technique. And as soon as I got this stamp set, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. Let me grab that. Where is it? You know what? I think I actually left the case over there. But anyway, it is this stamp set, and I forget off the top of my head what it's called. Did I seriously not bring that forward? I guess I didn't. But anyway, we're going to create a stunning card. Don't forget to share. I've got 3 people that shared. Darlene, I can't remember if you shared ahead of time or not. I'm not remembering. Let me know if you did, and I'll quickly add your name. So I'm going to just move these names up here so that they're not in my way. And I've got this large stamp set mounted, okay? Now, it's red rubber. Red rubber is coming to an end. So if you love this card and love this technique, be sure to grab it right away, because when it's gone, that's it. It is gone. Hi, Kathy. Yay. Watching from home. That's okay. You know what? It's nice to see your name pop up. So just have a peek and watch. Darlene or Kathy, did you order this? That I didn't bring the case forward. I forget what it's called. But anyway, let's create a card using this. I'm going to give this a little bit of a wipe down. Thank you, Judy. Nice to see you. Yes, peaceful view. I knew there was a word peaceful in there, and I had peaceful blessings stuck in my head, and I knew that's not what it was. So let's just give this a nice little wipe down using our stamping mist, okay? And I got some of it in my... Judy, how are you doing? We haven't chatted for a while because you have been MIA and I have missed you, but I'm just wondering how you are doing and how you're feeling. Oh boy, yeah, Kathy, if you like this technique, I would jump on it right away, because when this is gone, it's gone. Red rubber is coming to an end, my friends. I'm hoping to knock off 3 of them today. Okay, I've got a little piece of this missing, but I don't need it. We're gonna pop this in right there, like so. And I'm going to put down a magnet. I wonder if I should I'm going to grab a second little magnet. You want to use your Stamparatus or your Misty, whatever it is that you're using on this technique. You want to make sure that the magnets, let's get in camera here, that the magnets, and I moved my paper over, that the magnets are not in the way, okay? Now, because this is hanging over on the side, I want to make sure that I don't move my DSP, okay? Oh, Judy, I am so sorry to hear that. I thought you would have been on the mend, and I'm glad you're here. I am glad you're here. Let's pop this over just a smidge. And if you do share and I don't catch it and say so, please just remind me again, okay? I'm going to grab my memento, and I made my memento into one of these stamp pads, and I love it so much better. Darlene, thank you for praying for Judy. And I will be praying for you as well. So we're going to ink, yeah, I'm in. We're going to ink that up. And every now and then, because this is a big background stamp, when you're inking it up, you're going to actually see a little bit of a faint line where you have inked. I don't know if you can, like I can see it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Yeah, right here. See how you can see that line? I want to try and take that away. Okay, so down this goes. And let's give it, oh, Darlene, thank you. I will put your name down here. Let's give this a really nice massage. Darlene, thank you for my pressure tool. I love this. I love it so much. So now when I pick this window up, so even if you're using a MISTI, check and make sure that when you lift your window, because you want to, we're basically doing a two-step. I need my take your pick tool. Hang tight. I will be right back. It is right here because I was working on my Christmas stack. So I want to make sure that my design paper under here doesn't move. So I'm just going to slip my take your pick tool in there. And then I'm kind of pressing down. I want to make sure my paper doesn't move. Okay, that's not bad. But you know what? Let's cover it again. But we're not done. And you need to stay to the very end because I'm going to do something else on these card fronts, okay? Oh, absolutely, and it does. Carol, hello. And Darlene, I'm going to write your name down right now before I forget. Okay, so down it goes a second time. Let's put your name down. And Carol, let me know if you share, because, oh, there you go. Thank you. There we go. You know what? I'm going to pop the names in my little bucket, okay? And we'll come back to that later. Okay, let's give this a massage. And we're going to do the same thing. But again, stay to the end because I'm going to do something different on these panels when we're finished with this. Again, I don't want this to move. I'm going to slip my take your pick under there. I'm going to press down and I'm going to lift up my window and it looks good. It looks good. It's not perfect, but it looks good. Take your cloth and give this a wipe down. Let's close this before we stick our knuckles in it. Okay, now you're going to grab Versamark. And I bet you know where I'm going with this now. But watch what happens. It's just amazing. So let's press the Versamark all in here. And again, nothing's moved under there. We made sure that that beautiful DSP did not move. Give it a massage. I'm going to take a peek. I think we're probably good. You know what? Let's do it one more time. We're probably good, but I just want to err on the side of caution. Down it goes. massage. We're going to grab, do you see my table jiggling when I do this? Let's give that a really good massage. Move that out of the way. We're going to grab our tray for our black embossing powder, but I'm going to open up my case as well. Okay, remove that. And let's get this covered. This is unbelievable. And as soon as I saw this stamp set, I knew I wanted to do this technique, and I just didn't get around to it right away, but here we are. Okay, kind of flick that off a little bit. And the coverage looks pretty amazing. Now, we want to get all of that out of the way because we're going to come in with our heat tool. So sorry for the noise. Watch the magic happen. And then I'm going to do the other two, and then we're going to finish the cards, okay? So you want to, because my embossing powder is still open and sitting on my desk, I want to make sure that I'm staying away from it. There it goes. I don't know if you can see that happen. I'm gonna pick this up because I want you to see the melting happening. There we go. And hopefully I won't cook my fingers off. We are covering a large area, so this is not like using Versamark on a, hi Jenny, welcome here. So oftentimes when we use our embossing powders, it's just like a little sentiment or something, right? But this is the whole background stamp that we first stamped in the black, the memento, and then the Versamark. Ooh, that's hot. Let's put that down and give it another little pass. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just checking to see if it's all melted. Right here, I don't know if it comes through, but right here, I can tell that this little bunch here, they're still matte, and my fence is still matte-ish, which means that I'm not fully melted. So back to this. I don't know if you can tell. See where the bird is? And there you go. See where the bird is and part of the fence? See how it's not shiny? And then right down here, it's not shiny. That means you're not melted, okay? So let's go back. So I always like to do that. I like to kind of tip it and let it grab some light just to make sure. And that little corner there too was not. And then right there. Now there is such a thing as overheating it. So now I'm just going to take another look. But now I think I've got it all. And I do. Okay, perfect. So that is one. We're going to cut that down into a panel in a minute. But I want to wait because I want you to stay to the end. I want you to see what I'm going to do with this after. So let's tuck that aside and let's rinse and repeat, okay? So this design paper is from the Beautiful Gallery, okay? So that's what this design paper was from, and you can see the card right there. It looks like the fence is on a little bit of a cliff, which is really cool. Okay, let's see what happens when we do this one. I want to kind of see where this is going to land. Oh, I love it embossed. I love it way better than just using the memento. So I'm kind of eyeballing where this design is because I want to catch a little more of the boats. So I'm going to actually bring it in a little bit here. And we're going to see where we land. Make sure our magnets, they just clear. We're going to pop that magnet, I think, on that side. Let's see. Okay, so let's start. Is that what I want? Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to start with our memento, which I created with a memento refill on an empty white pad because I find that it just inks up way better than the memento pad. Making sure that I've got full coverage. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring it down, but we want to make sure that our design paper does not move when we lift our window, okay? So let's give that a massage. I might do a second pass again with the memento. We are for sure going to be able to create 3 cards here. And then for those that shared, and please let me know if you did share and I don't have your name yet. Your name is entered for the draw and you get to choose which card you want at the end. Okay, let's grab our Take Your Pick tool. I can't quite reach. Let's grab something else that is going to reach. So I'm just kind of pressing down in there because I want to make sure that my design paper doesn't move. Okay, we're going to do another with the black, but do you see how that just creates such a scene? You can see the boats just peeking through. So there's no right or wrong really where you place your design paper. You're going to end up with a beautiful scene. I'm going to do one more after this. And it's stunning. Okay, let's go down. I think I need to ink up my memento. Yeah, it's entirely different once it's embossed with the black. It just brings it to life. Okay, let's close that because the next step is going to be the Versamark. But again, I don't want this to move, so let's hold it down, bring it up, clean that off a bit. Jenny, I think you've been here before, and I forget where you're watching from. Please let me know. Okay, that's clean. Let's grab our Versamark. And I'm thinking this could probably use a little bit of, I'm kind of twisting it. And then once I know I've got good coverage, then I'm just going to pat it. Sorry if that's like super noisy. Mind you, because I'm not using my phone as my camera, the sound is actually getting picked up from my laptop, not right under here where my phone used to be. Okay, let's give that a massage. We might do a second pass on this. Gosh, yes. Yes. I think it's been a while since you've been here, but that totally rings a bell. Now, is that where the Oshkosh, oh, it did move a little bit, but you know what? We can probably bring it right back. Do I take a chance? You know what? I'm not going to take a chance because it did move. So now let's get, and let's not spill our black embossing powder everywhere. Yeah, when I was a teenager, I had a pair of Oshkosh overalls or coveralls. I'm not sure what you call them. And I loved them. Okay, let's give that a flick. So I'm assuming, and I could be way wrong, that that's where the coveralls originate from. But maybe that's just not the truth. I just have a little bit of embossing powder on the edges. This is going to be stunning. I never used this scene on that. Let's put that right there. Please do not fall. Now let's heat set this one. That's so sad when that happens. Why do they do that? Why do they do that? Okay, no. Let's heat set this one. There it goes. My heat tool is already warm, so. And then we're going to do the third one. And then I'm going to create the card. But I'm going to create it using another element, so don't go. You want to see this. Whoa, I had a plethora of Versamark right up here. I'm not sure, that's never happened before. I'll have to take a look at my... Let's get this all nicely melted. And our little bird, make sure that's done. Yeah, that's really weird. I don't know what happened there. I'll show you. Oh, I know. So did mine. And I did too. So I don't know why this happened, but I've got kind of, yeah, I don't know what that's all about. See that? But I don't think it's going to show in the end. Okay, our third one. Let's clean the Versamark off. And my stamp doesn't look, yeah, I don't know what happened there. I wonder if it pooled up, because when I picked up my window, the back end of the paper moved, and I wonder if it just, I don't know if that makes any sense, caused the Versamark ink to kind of pool there. Okay, I forget the name of this design paper, but let's see what happens when we put this one down. So we're going to go right here. like so. Let's make sure that our magnets clear, and they do. Just. Let's ink this up with our black. Just using Memento here. So this is going to end up looking like, oh yeah, you know what? It might have been, Judy. You know what? Maybe I pressed too hard, because it does kind of look kind of in a straight line. My bad. My bad. Okay, let's bring that down. And I'm pretty sure that's where I want it. Let's go for it. Northern Lights, here we come. Who has seen Northern Lights in real? Has anybody here ever seen them? When I was a young girl, my father was in the Air Force, so I've moved all my life. I'm pressing down on this so that it holds that design paper in place. What? Stunning. And so, yeah, I grew up moving all my life. And one of the places that we were posted to was Cold Lake, Alberta, which is northern Alberta, not like North Pole, northern, but it was in the northern part of Canada. And the Northern Lights were incredible there. Because I do think the more north you go, I could be wrong. Let's give that a massage. Oh, they're so beautiful, aren't they? So, so beautiful. Like the crystals in the sky just dancing. And I always say, painted by the very hand of God. Okay, let's open this up. Hold it down. Don't want that to move. Perfect. Let's get some Versamark on there. And then our black embossing powder. And then we'll create our cards with a special element. So don't go away. Oh, Judy, they're just incredible. They are. And so where we live, we're just kind of on the outskirts of the city of Winnipeg. So we're kind of in the country, so we don't have a lot of the city lights that mute it. And so we do get to see them pretty decently where we live here, but not like I witnessed when I was a kid in Alberta. Okay, I'm going to let's put this under. So I'm not sure why that Versamark pooled there, but I'm going to kind of watch and see that everything is nicely covered. Okay, looks good. Looks good, looks good. Let's give that a massage. And when you're doing a technique like this, you definitely want a tool like this. Oh, absolutely. I have heard them sing, and I know I was going to say that, Darlene. It's so funny that you mentioned that, because I was going to say that we can actually hear them sometimes. And I just figured, that people would be like, yeah, right, sure. But it's true. You do hear them singing. It's incredible. We're going to slip this under here again. And I watch to make sure that my design paper doesn't move. because I want to know if I should go down again with this, and I think I'm going to. Yeah, they do, like it's kind of like, how would you describe it, Darlene? Oh, I put black down. I did not want to. I wanted to put Versamark. It's almost like, how would you describe it? Like they hum. It's like, but not that loud. Yeah, and not that pitch either. Yeah. I don't know how you would describe it. But they do, like you can almost hear, I don't know, like the colors clashing into each other or something. Versamark. And now I definitely have to do it again because I don't like it when my Versamark sits for a while without embossing powder going on it, because I don't want it to lose that sticky effect. Okay, so we're good there. I can't believe that I picked up my memento again. Let's give that a massage. And so far, it doesn't look like I have any goobs happening. Like a tingle. Yeah, you know what? That's a good word. Kind of like a tingling sound. Almost like when you go to the orchestra and those little things, the chimes that hang down and they go ding, 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 ding. But just very faint. That's a good word, Darlene. It's like a tingling sound. Okay, now we're going to pick that up. Let's get embossing powder on here. Ooh, I can't wait to see this card. And I don't think I'm in camera here. I should have grabbed this because it's bigger. There we go. Oh my word. Stunning. Stunning. Let's get our little brush out and just kind of brush that away and that and that. Okay. Take you guys. Did you hear that? I just knocked down a cabinet. I bought this I bought this stuff, and I think it's called monkey putty or something like that. I am going to be putting it on the bottom of some of my little tray things that I have because they are forever falling. Okay, heat gun is still warm. Okay, heat tool, do your thing. Let's start here. We're going to cut these down so that they are the right size for my card base. And then we're going to add another element to this on top of this. And I'll walk you through that as soon as I get there. So fun. So Judy, I guess you don't quite see them where you're at, which is really unfortunate. They are a beauty to behold. The artist's rendition on this is pretty true to what you see. And not always in the blues, like sometimes they're in the reds and the greens, and yeah, just incredible. I remember my father explaining it to us when we were kids, and I don't totally remember what he said, but something about the crystals in the air when it's cold. Okay, so that looks like it has all taken. let's go to number 1. Okay, and I am going to just put my embossing powder just around the corner here. I have visions of spilling it. Okay, so I want to cut my panels to, I think I'm going to go 4 1/8 by 5 3. Bye, Judy. We'll talk to you later. I hope you have a great rest of your day. So I'm going to slice a little bit right here, like so. So I kind of want to stay close to the size that I've already embossed. So I wanted to go 4 1/8. So do I want to cut off on that? Yep. So I'm 4 1/8 wide, and let's go 5 3 tall. 1, 2, 3. So there is one ready for a card front. Isn't it gorgeous? And so I like to kind of roll it a little bit just so it flattens out. Okay, let's do this one. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to kind of follow the edge of the embossing. And now we want to go, oh, it didn't, I didn't quite melt right there. I might be too late now. Because I just realized that I, whoopsie. Ah, why did I do that? That I moved. So we're going to go 4 1. Right there. Yeah, I kind of mucked that up. There we go. 4 1 by 5 3. Go down. So there's that one. And then our Northern Lights. Okay, so same thing. We're going to just cut close to the edge of where we did all that work. It's so different when it's embossed, like it just wakes it up. I want to take a smidge more off on that side because I can see a little bit of design paper that didn't have anything on it. And let's go this way and let's find 4 1 and see if we like where we are cutting off, and that looks pretty good to me. Whoops. And then 5 3. Okay, so all of these little bits, you can throw them out, or if you want, you could use part of that for the inside of your card. So let's see what happens. Let's grab 3 black card bases. We're going to do black on black. I know, doesn't it turn out so nice, Dar? Love it. Let's start with this one. Let's put that down. I'm going to roll it just a little bit. Make sure we are on our silicone mat. Whoopsie. That's a little thicker than I wanted. Make sure that your card is opening the right way. Don't ask, please. hold down your corners. And your edge, number 2. Let's get that a little bit. There we go. There's that. That's too bad that that happened. Don't know why. Get that to stick down. And this one, I kind of rolled it already. It's such a difference when you set it with black embossing powder rather than just inking it up. It's just such a different card when you take the time to do that. It just really brings it to life. Again, make sure your card is opening the right way. Like so. Okay, so there are the 3 cards that we just did. Let's go this way because I think you can see them all. Isn't that so stunning? Love, love, love. Okay, now I want to do another little element on there that we talked about. I am going to use my black dimensionals, and I took this die, okay, and that is from the Autumn Trees bundle. Okay, so in this bundle is what you get. Okay, so stunning. This you would die cut on colorful, like different colors design paper, and then you would adhere it on top of this tree, and you could create a beautiful, beautiful fall scene. Okay, so I used the little deer. There it is, right there. I used this guy here. Okay, so that's what I used. And here is the stamp pad, the Peaceful View. I did have it with me. And again, it's red rubber, so when it's gone, it's gone. Hi, Shar. Welcome here. Let me add your name. I do have other names, but I put them in the bucket so that I didn't lose them. Okay, so those are complete. But what you can do is, well, you're going to need to do it, is you're going to need a white piece of white panel so that you can put it on the inside for your sentiment, okay? We're not going to do that, but we are going to finish decorating the front of these. Now, I took black cardstock, and I did my... I think most of you have seen me do this. I did my packing tape trick. So I took black cardstock, and I took my packing tape and I put it down on the black cardstock, and I die cut the deer from that autumn, what did we say it was? Autumn Trees bundle, okay? When I cut it out, I also... I can see a little bit of tape there, so I'm going to trim that off. I was going to say I also used adhesive sheets, but you know what? I didn't. And I did that on purpose because I wanted to use black dimensionals to dimension this onto the card. So at the beginning of the video, when I said don't go away, I want to show you another element that I added. And this is what it was. Okay, so let's take our 3, so that's packing tape on there. You can use Versamark if you want, but I found this way easier. So you want to make sure that all the little pieces are out, like that little guy there needs to be out. There we go. Okay, so now all the pieces are out. Okay, and I think we're good with our packing tape. Let's take our black dimensionals and let's just cut them down, because I want more strips than anything. Let's see if I cut enough. We're going to pop you right here, and could have used a little bit of a bigger one there. I just don't want any dimensionals showing through. I need a really thin, really thin for down there. So let's just cut a really nice thin piece. Excuse me. I hope you didn't hear that. I just hiccuped. And let's put one right here. I think that one is pretty good. There, that's tiny. Okay, moving on. Let's grab you. Let's see if I cut some of those small enough, because this is pretty thin. Oh, so perfect. That one can go right here. Let's see if I can find one for right there. So you look pretty good. Let's move on to this guy. All the little pieces, girls. I know they're so beautiful. Well, Jenny, do not wait, because it's red rubber, and when it's gone, it's gone. So don't wait to purchase that. Do not wait. You will be sorely disappointed. Now, I don't keep all my retired items, but some I do. This one I am. I am not parting with this one. So I want to cut a nice thin strip. I am stuck everywhere here. Let's get you down right there. Let's see if I can find another thin one. Is that thin enough? It is for there, but I think I need one for there. Let's do this on that side. Okay, and then when it came out, one of the, oh yes, you have this already, yes. I see. Okay, I think we're good. Let's do a dry fit. I wonder if I need one just kind of right there. This is a nice thin edge here that I can create tiny little strips. And put that down. Jenny, I forget. Oh no, you're never mind. You're Oshkosh. Sorry. I'm sure you have someone that you're shopping with. Okay, we are going to remove the backing. So again, this is packing tape, okay? That is behind or in front of this die, okay? I did not emboss it. My first one I did, I will show you my prototype in a minute. My first one I did use Versamark, but it was like, this was so small. You know what? Let's use the packing tape trick. Okay, I am just going to kind of eyeball the bottom of the card, and it hangs over, and so then we're just going to snip that off, okay? So there is what happens, okay? The deer, Carol, comes from the Autumn Trees bundle, okay? So that's where this came from, is the Autumn Trees bundle. Thank you for asking. Now let's remove, well, let's do a dry fit first for this. I just want to see if I need, yeah, you know what I do. I need a little strip right down there. So let's keep working on this nice skinny side here. This is the part of the card that takes the longest. I know, Dar, thank you. I love it too, and I can't quite see what I'm doing here. There we go. Okay, give that a press. And it's nice that we've got the black dimensionals, because if they do happen to just peek through a little bit, it's not too bad. I try not to stick my fingers on my dimensional back. So I'm holding it where there's nothing. And then we're going to put that down, and we're just going to trim away the excess. So that is going to go down right there. Flip it over and trim that little guy off. So there is card number 2 with the deer. Okay, and now let's do a dry fit on this one. And I think I am okay on this one. Remove that backing. And then we're going to do a draw and see who wins the card today and which one you choose. And I'll show you my prototype as well, which is another Northern Lights. Okay, let's just kind of eyeball center-ish. That one I did not make as long. Okay, so there's that one. So we've got scenery, okay, and they both look like you're kind of looking at a cliff. It looks like you've pulled over to the side of the road to take a look down there to see what was there. So we've got scenery, we've got Northern Lights, and here was the first one that I did. Oh, and Northern Lights, okay, and then another scenery, okay. So here we've got a meadow, a cliff, let's say, and water, and here we have 2 Northern Lights, okay. Thank you. It was so fun. Now, I am going to call out those that have shared this live. If I miss your name, please let me know so I can add your name. Thank you for sharing, everyone. So Judy, and I'm sorry that you needed to leave. I hope you're resting well. Dar, thank you. Lucy, who is not with us, she's at work. Carol, Cheryl, and Shar. And you know what? Did I say Kathy? Because I know Kathy shared. So we've got Shar, Dar, Judy, Carol, Lucy, Cheryl, and Kathy, because she did share. So Kathy also shared. So thank you for sharing. Okay. If you are in Canada and you are looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be thrilled to help you with your Stampin' Up! Needs. And just reach out to me. I can be reached at, thank you so much, Shar. I can be reached at DeniseWillerton@gmail.com. So let's pull this down and that down so you can see the cards. Kathy, I do have you down. I think you did share. So you know what? Go ahead and share now because your name is in there. Oh, Brenda, hi. Yes, you better put it on your list. But you know what, Brenda? Further than putting it on your list, you actually need to order it. No pressure. But if you are interested in this stamp set, it is called Peaceful View. It's red rubber. Therefore, once it's sold, it's gone, and we're not going to be able to get it anymore. Stampin' Up! Is doing away with red rubber because they are having a really hard time sourcing it, which is unfortunate. I prefer the red rubber to the photopolymer, but you know what? Stampin' Up's photopolymer is really great quality, and so, yeah. So I am picking one name, and I have one name, and the winner today is Lucy. So Lucy, I'm going to get a hold of you and find out which card you want. If you own this stamp set, try this technique. You start with Memento. You're going to do it a couple of times. Make sure your paper doesn't move, and then Versamark, and then black embossing powder, okay? And it just creates a stunning effect. And then again, I got a little backing there. Again, with the deer at the bottom, I used my packing tape trick. This is actually, this is Versamark. This was the first one that I created. This one here is my packing tape trick, okay? So then you cover your black cardstock with packing tape, and then you die cut it using the die from the Autumn Trees bundle. And again, this is also red rubber, so it's also going to be gone. So when that sells out, it's gone as well. Okay? We will talk to you all later. Have a blessed rest of your day. We will talk to you later. See you next week, Thursday, at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I was hoping to do a live adding more pictures into my grandson's album, but I don't know that I'm going to have time because it's just a little bit of a busy week. Talk to you later. Bye now.